Welcome to this practitioners' discussion session on the International Safety Media Awards, where we're discussing some of the best safety promotion awareness campaigns from around the world, as acknowledged through the International Safety Media Awards program. My name is Barbara Manuzzo, and I'm the coordinator of the International Safety Media Awards. And joining me today is Marcia Howell, who is the executive director of a Center for Safe Alaskans and the founder of the International Safety Media Awards program. Welcome, Marcia, and thank you for speaking with us.
Thank you. Nice to be here with you.
Yes, so we're pleased to also have SafeCom PAC providing the technical assistance for today's discussion and recording. Marcia, to start off with, can you please tell us about the International Safety Media Awards, what they are, and what do they aim to do?
Sure. So the awards are designed to provide an opportunity for media producers around the world in injury prevention and safety promotion to show what they've been working on and learn from each other, as well as to really build the science base for effective, persuasive communication in the injury prevention and safety promotion field, and looking at pieces that are innovative, that are good quality, that have a good, solid evaluation base.
And how did the International Safety Media Awards program begin?
So in 2002, I had just started doing injury prevention work and saw Greg Tate's presentation on Keep Watch at the 2002 World Congress on Drowning. And he presented two different videos on drowning prevention. One was a child, and it was pretty tragic, going through drowning in the hospital, and the other one was using a celebrity to provide education to folks for how to keep watch for their kids. It was Susie Moroney, an Australian Olympic swimmer, and he had some evaluation behind it, looking at what do people remember. Do they remember the scary stuff, or do they remember the celebrity speaking, and what was more likely to be impactful? It was really inspiring, especially because at the time, a lot of injury prevention work was focused on either education, provide information, and we will all change and be safer and healthier, or engineering, making safer roads, for example, or enforcement. And so this to me was kind of eye-opening. It was really exciting to see his presentation. Well, over the next 4 years, a lot of people were talking about this idea, and including Safe Communities folks who attended the conference in Prague in 2004, the World Safety Conference in 2004. There were little bits and pieces of this starting to be talked about, mostly in the halls, not so much in sessions. So in 2006, we were provided the opportunity to hold the first International Safety Media Awards. It happened at the Safety Conference in Durban, South Africa. And we had 4 categories at the time: print, audio, ultra short video, and short video. And there weren't a whole lot of entries, and it kind of was looked at as this kind of sideshow entertainment in the middle of a serious scientific conference.
Yes. So given how long the awards have been running for, what have been some of the global trends and changes that you've seen over that time with the safety media campaigns?
Well, one example, I'll show you a video from 2006 that was submitted by Cambodia. And following the theme of the Keep Watch ad, this uses a celebrity, but in a little bit different way from just providing education. There's a story to it, and I'll show you.
Aiជំរាបបើអ្នកមិនពាក់មួកសុវត្ថិភាពហេតុការណ៍អាក្រក់នឹងអាចកើតឡើងធ្វើបែបនេះទើបមានសុវត្ថិភាព មួកសុវត្ថិភាពពិតជាអាចសង្គ្រោះជីវិតអ្នកពិតមែនប្រសិនបើអ្នកប្រើវាគ្រប់ពេលនិងត្រឹមត្រូវសំបីតែលោកឈិនឡុងដែលធ្លាប់តែហក់លោតមិនខ្លាចគ្រោះថ្នាក់នៅពេលថតភាពយន្តក៏ត្រូវការមួកសុវត្ថិភាពដែរនៅពេលបើកបរការពារជីវិតអ្នកពាក់មួកសុវត្ថិភាពឲ្យបានត្រឹមត្រូវ
So, one of the things that we learned from that year, as well as 2008, was the idea that it really takes more than just media to make something happen. And we saw that in an example from Botswana. The piece on the right was a print entry because we only had those 4 categories, print, audio, and a couple of video categories. But what they had done was a whole campaign that included all kinds of different marching and posters and protests and all kinds of information. They submitted it as a print, what was basically a PDF showing all of their work, and we started realizing that it takes more than that. Like another example, that the Jackie Chan piece, it took about 10 years from building the consensus, building the community will for Cambodia to initiate a mandatory helmet law. And so media doesn't necessarily make things happen immediately. Also, it can be a piece of raising awareness that you can then use some of the other tools that we have. The other thing in Kenya, we think about media sometimes as being highly produced and beautiful, and it has to be, high quality and expensive. But a woman in Kenya in the 2008 Media Awards submitted what was also considered a print piece. What she did was created this poster on the left, and it happened right after there had been an election in Kenya, and she was trying to promote peace and liberty. May we dwell in unity, peace, and liberty. And she sent it around by email because that was the means that she had to reach the people that she wanted to reach. So really starting to think beyond beautiful media and how do we reach people that we want to reach, that need to hear the messages in a way that is accessible to them. So that's another one of the lessons learned.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. So how do the campaigns, as we've come along, how do they over the years compare?
Well, I think, those lessons learned about one piece of media isn't enough to necessarily make change. It really takes continuous effort and also takes continuous evaluation. So one of the early methods of evaluating was, for example, if you had a TV ad or a radio ad, how many spots did you buy to play it, or was it aired? And then how many people saw it, which reach and frequency is valuable information, but really understanding how the media changes people who watch it. Is it reaching the audience? Is there emotional connection? And so we added campaign as a category, knowing that it's great to honor individual pieces, but it's also even more changes likely to happen if you have multiple pieces in a really strategic communications campaign. We added a category at the time that we called new media, which is really, now that we're all living in virtual worlds, it seems, anything online, whether it's social media, it can also be video games. Those are used for educational purposes too. And then also the big thing that we put a lot of effort in now, especially in the judging, is the evaluation of the media. And so moving beyond somebody's knowledge, attitude, and behavior, their self-reported intentions, but also including new ways of measuring whether a piece of media is impactful through neuromarketing strategies, looking physiologically what's happening when somebody observes a piece of media. So those are some of the evolution of the media awards over the years.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. So do you have a personal favorite? I know that it's a difficult question because there's been so many amazing entries in the safety media campaigns amongst all the award winners over the years. And, is there anything that you'd like to share about that with us today?
Sure. I will not pick a favorite, but I'll pick a couple that I think are incredibly valuable. And also I want to mention that folks who've entered over the years have really used this to their advantage. They've used the winning and even just the entering as a way of securing additional funding and getting honored within their country. It's been wonderful to see how this has helped folks who are making these campaigns, including all the wonderful folks, some of the wonderful folks who happened to be some of the winners in Bangkok in 2018, which, in asking of about a favorite, following that theme of using a celebrity, I'll show you a video from Ireland from 2018.
As we look to the new year ahead, light a candle for the young and old, the dreams that died, the families devastated, for all those who lost their lives in the last year to drowning. I'm Liam Neeson for Irish Water Safety. Always wear a life jacket on water. And remember, learning to swim, learning a life-saving skill saves lives.
And I think the evolution of how we create media, telling a story, using a voice, making something, and this is an example of another really beautiful, highly technical, beautiful production. So I especially like that. And also, another one that I like is from 2010, and kind of following also the theme of equity and how do you create change for people who need it. How do we reach people who are maybe not the easiest to reach? Maybe there's language issues, and this is an example of getting rid of the language issue and creating occupational safety messaging. There were 6 European countries, a consortium, the NAPO consortium, and they created a video that was able to reach all kinds of people, regardless of what language they speak, and show you that one.
So clever. So very clever. Yes, that's fabulous. So what's next for the International Safety Media Awards?
Well, since I won't be seeing you in Adelaide in November, the conference folks have putting together a virtual pre-conference Global Injury Prevention Showcase next March, where we will announce this year's Media Awards winners from everyone who's already submitted their entries. And we'll also have a couple of sessions, building the science behind it like we've been working on doing. And that's an exciting opportunity to participate. And it's also an opportunity that can be inclusive. So a lot more people will be able to participate than could have otherwise traveled to Australia. And then in 2022, it's a hybrid version of the safety conference will happen partly face-to-face in Adelaide and likely probably still preserving some opportunities for people to participate virtually also.
Wonderful.
Are you excited for that one?
Absolutely. And I think that we're all excited about having the international conference again in Australia and welcoming everyone from around the world and sharing the knowledge and sharing learnings and learning from everybody around the world. And it's always great to actually be showcasing all the different work that's so inspiring around the world, that really gives us that extra sort of boost to go back, so excited to go back to work to implement more and do more, and also meet new people and then link up for future work together and so on. So I'd like to thank you, Marcia, for sharing with us about the overview of the International Awards. It's been great to hear more detail about the history of the awards. I'd also like to thank you for being such an inspiring leader and mentor in the international safe communities injury prevention field, because you've really been one of those people that have been an amazing person to lots of people, including myself, with mentoring, with support, with just always having innovative ideas about moving this forward and expanding it and so on. Also, I wanted to tell everyone that's online that we're going to be having more of these discussions with the various people that have been involved in the awards, some of the winners, some of the judges and others. So going forward, this is just one of the series of the recordings. So thank you very much for taking the time today to be with us, and thank you again to SafeCom PAC for being one of our sponsors this year. Thank you, and previously as well. Thank you very much.
And I will have to add that the evolution of the Media Awards, since you've helped in the coordination, has the evolution has been great. It's been able to grow, meeting folks like Rebecca at SafeCom PAC and sponsoring, and it wouldn't happen, it wouldn't be the way it is today without your help. So thank you, Barbara.
Well, thank you to you, Marcia. And yes, I hope that all the people online or our colleagues online will follow us on the LinkedIn business page, as well as Instagram and Facebook and on our website as new information comes out, so that we're just linked together and working together. Thank you so much.